He explains why certain characters think a certain way, the reason behind unexplained actions, their character development, and all that. I'm telling you, he is one of a kind. On another note, one thing I struggled with is my feelings towards what comes after learning a new lesson. I just didn't know which way I was supposed to look at it. And those mixed feelings always hit whenever I tried to process it. However, Mr. Antonio once again saved the day by teaching me how to look at the bright side of everything. He explained how the way you look at things actually determines your feelings, which in turn influences your actions. So if you have a positive attitude towards something, it will reflect on your feelings and will ultimately make your actions positive as well. And this is how life should work. As peace be upon him said, look for what benefits you. I've also learned that no matter how good you are at something, there will always be things you don't know. For example, I was one of the best assistant teachers in the school, but I was completely lost when I first promoted to supervisor with the responsibility of training other assistant teachers. After all, I didn't know how to handle those things because, I don't have any experience whatsoever. Like, I had no clue how to make a to-do list, what to prioritize, and all of that. But I never looked at it thinking, okay, I suck at this, so I'm done. And you know what? I'm already an elite assistant teacher, so screw it. If I did this, I'd never improve. Life is all about challenges. You either take and conquer the hell out of them, or stay right where you are while everyone else is moving forward. So I did my best to understand how things worked in my new job. I kept trying and trying till eventually I got to where I am today. And guess what? I've succeeded in helping many of our trainees become efficient assistant teachers themselves. I was then promoted to main teacher, and that same fear struck me once again. Will I be able to present well? What if things go wrong? I mean, I'm not Mr. Antonio. How could I ever top that? Nevertheless, as soon as I entered class and started my first lesson, all my worries and anxieties vanished away somehow. I had that encouraging feeling that I can do it. And I did. I felt over the moon back then because I was able to establish a great bond with students who continue to not only look up to me, but also admire me as a teacher. And that was when I realized that not only did I do it, but I actually nailed it. And day by day, I keep learning and growing as a teacher. Speaking of which, there was a very cool moment that made me realize how impactful the work of a teacher can be. One day I was checking the progress of my students, including 2 of them who hold a PhD, and are current professors at one of the top universities in Jordan. Yet we're the type to slack off a lot. Now, one thing about me, I always encourage those who work really hard, while at the same time, I'm very strict with those who don't. Just like Mr. Antonio does. And let me tell you, it's very effective. Anyways, because they were slacking off, I had to do something. So when I put them on the spot, they told me, gosh, looks like we're getting a taste of our own medicine. Right now, you're doing the same thing we used to do to our students, which was pretty funny and cool at the same time, to see just how influential and powerful you can be as a teacher, no matter how old you are. And that's my journey of how I became who I am today at Antonio's Way School. So right now, I'm not only a supervisor to all assistant and main teachers, but also a teacher holding my own classes. And the cool thing about those at Antonio's Way is that they are not only here to learn and teach English, but also to witness their own personal growth, improve how they deal with people, and discover how to see life through a different lens. They learn how to respect their students and how to turn any criticism into a critique. In fact, I feel like this is how a lawyer's mind works for some reason. And you have no idea how excited I am for the day to finally come when we have a branch in every Middle Eastern country, where I will be traveling each week to train teachers from around the globe. الخطوة الأولى للمدرسة الانتونية نحو العالمية. I consider myself to be a very generous man who is influential by nature and a leader who loves to lend help to others. I'm also completely amicable and affable. I don't like seeing tears, other than tears of joy on anyone's face, especially my mom's. And I don't know why, but it honestly makes me so happy to make other people happy. On the other hand, I definitely take any lessons learned from the past, but never let myself get stuck there and allow them to hold me back from moving forward in life. I'm also great at keeping a secret, good to rely and count on, and true to everyone. And if I ever give you my word, rest assured that I will hold to it no matter what happens. I love being a multitasker, and I see myself as a creative and very distinguished thinker. I'm also a detail-oriented person. I ride horses as a way to escape this harsh reality sometimes. Looking at such majestic creatures gives me a sense of serenity for some reason. And whenever I look at them, I see confidence, strength, power, freedom, and beauty all together. And whenever I touch one, gosh, I feel like I'm taken to a world full of love and peace. And when I'm in the saddle, it's something out of this world. I feel like one of those knights in their shining armor riding his blue-blooded horse in war. The thing I love about horseback riding is that you need to be fierce, yet kind in the same time. Otherwise, horses won't give a damn about you. I dream of one day having my own barn, filled with tamed, authentic Arabian horses and being able to lasso on a long dawn walk. I love all kinds of horses for sure, but my favorite's gotta be Smoky Cream or Chestnut. I come from a family of 7. There's my father, mother, big brother Shaker, then Zaid, Bilal, and my only sister Noor. What makes the علوش family different is how kind-hearted, caring, and loving they can be. They all have the biggest heart in the world. Our parents instilled in us a good moral compass, so we were taught to be patient and to always forgive those who seek forgiveness. Another thing we've learned from our parents is that a contented mind is a perpetual feast. However, we should always strive for better. And through the giving process, there's a lot of hard work and dedication that needs to be put in. Even at your lowest, you gotta burst with positive energy to motivate your students. It can definitely be exhausting, but let me tell you, it's 100% rewarding. Seeing your students progress before your eyes is just something out of this world. That's how much I love this place. As I said, this place is like my second home. I literally grew up here, and I will do everything I can to make it bloom even bigger. No bad vibes, no slacking off, and no drama. Just pure dedication and love. Here's where my journey started, and here it shall end one day. And now, let me tell you about the man who made me who I am today, Mr. Antonio. No matter what we say about him, we'll never be able to do him justice. He's more than a good teacher. He's just one of a kind, truly. I mean, this guy turned my whole life around 180 degrees. He saw the best in me and believed in me, which made me believe in myself and my abilities. I just can't thank Allah enough for letting this man walk into my life. And just for your information, our relationship is not like one of those cheesy yes-man boss-employee relationships. It's way more than that. I'm literally willing to do whatever it takes to see him happy and content. He's my life mentor, my teacher, a brother, a friend, and a father. And honestly, my life without him would never be this great. He has the kindest and biggest heart on earth. No matter how much people hurt him or treat him badly, he never stoops down to their level. He's merciful, yet fierce, forgiving, yet never forgets. And oh, you might think I'm saying this just because he's my boss? Well, what if I told you that he's had a hand in changing hundreds of people's lives for the better? He always lends his hand to those who reach for it, no matter the differences that arise among people. He focuses on how we agree on so much stuff and that we see eye to eye on many things. He's even said that I'll be the next Antonio one day. Can you believe it? Me? Oh gosh, it would be the dream, man. So, Mr. Antonio, I would like to end this speech with you and tell you that I'll dedicate my life to spreading your message throughout the whole world. so they can all know who the great Mr. Antonio is. اللي هون عليه هذا الطريق هو ربنا ومن ثم الأستاذ أنتونيو هاج. وصدقاً ما في أحلى من إنك تكون أستاذ، لأنه الجد بتقدر تساعد الناس يوصلوا لهدفهم ويحققوا إنجازات عظيمة في حياتهم. الأستاذ بيقدر يكون هو الملهم لطلابه ويساعدهم ويسهل لهم الطريق اللي مفكرينه كتير صعب، بس بالحقيقة هو أسهل مما بيتخيلوا. عشان هيك بحب أشكر أستاذي الحبيب أنتونيو هاج، لأنه كان معي من صغري ولهلأ ولقدام إن شاء الله، وبحب أحكي له إني بظهرك ما دمت حياً.
وهاي كانت آخر قصة نجاح للتيم الأنتوني لهالموسم. استنونا بالموسم الجاي لتشوفوا نجاحات أكثر from zero to hero.